Thank you so much. Hey guys, thank you for coming today and signing up to this session. How was your journey here? Yeah, exactly. So my name's Nelly Kibirige. I'm the president at London South Bank Students' Union, and I'm here today with my chief exec, Steve. Wave, Steve. So people usually ask me, what does that mean, president? What does it mean? So I prefer to call it as the literal, real-life description of multitasking. I'm president of the union, I'm a chair of governors, I'm chair of trustees, I'm a governor of the university, a trustee of the university, a company director of the university, and a friend to students. I represent 18,000 students, so you have to relate to all of them. I chose to go for my role because I was in a college before I came to South Bank, and I was literally doing the exact same thing, but on a voluntary basis. And I came in, I saw what was needed, I did it, and I was appointed to the role similar to this. So when I came to South Bank, and I got the email saying, oh, there's elections coming and you can get paid to do what you've literally been doing for a year elsewhere for free and loving it. So I ran for it, and ever since I left that college, that role is now something that people run in elections for, but I was appointed to it. So ladies and gentlemen, I came into my role with some objectives. Oops, sorry about that. And my main objective was inclusivity. I noticed a gap. So we have a wealth of activities that happen in the union, all sorts of reasons for people to engage, but there was a chunk of students that were not fully engaging. And I wondered why. They had challenges. So our university has 51% students from a BME background, that's Black and ethnic minorities. We have about 76% mature students, and majority of our students come from a very unconventional background, you know, not the A-level, sixth form route. And as a result, they're unable to take part in much of the stuff that we had to offer. So I thought, how about we widen participation? How about we close some of those barriers to enable them to attend? If our events run through the day and someone needs to run at 6 to collect their child from nursery, why don't we trial out weekend events and stuff like that? I came with a very ambitious manifesto. I want to improve social exclusion on campus so people feel like they're not back in the school playground. I want people to feel supported because we have a certain criteria of students that are not fully catered to as per usual. People may have been made homeless at some point in their life. They might have been estranged from their family, things that we don't really always look for. And those people have specific challenges. And I've also managed to introduce the very first wellbeing room on campus ever. Like I said, we have a wealth of activities, lots and lots of opportunities for people. We even have a PlayStation and Xbox, and people just have fun. We have a bar. We've got about 8 cafes. But I thought we do not have a single space where someone can go and just relax, de-stress during exam time, or they're going through a bereavement or a breakup, or literally just to hear themselves think. As you know, living or working in London, you could literally not hear yourself think sometimes. So I've successfully managed to have that put in place within just 6 months in my role. Right, challenges. Please forgive me, this is not skipping as quickly as it should. Right, as with everything, my role comes with many challenges. Wearing the many different hats, obviously, that can be a juggling act. It can be a bit difficult to get everybody on board, you know, everybody to buy into what you're working towards, so that takes some convincing. And working in a university environment, we have rules and regulations and the TEF and the NSS and this, so I had to get my head very quickly around that, bearing in mind I'm coming from a further education background, and then being able to use that to achieve the things I want to achieve for my students. I also have really, really high expectations of myself, so sometimes that can be, you know, even it's hard to know when you're doing good. Obviously, there are many hurdles to jump through, and then there's the work-life balance. So if you're a mom, you've got carer responsibilities, you need to juggle your work life, your domestic life, your social life, and to stay healthy, mentally and physically. I came with some really ambitious KPIs. This is what we're hoping to achieve by 2020. We have a really engaged student membership, about 31%, but we're hoping to increase that, increase our funding, maintain key stakeholder relationships. As a union, our main key stakeholders are the university, and then we've got the wider society. So we work very closely with people, organizations near us around Southwark and Lambeth. And to increase retention by at least 90% across all courses. Now, down to the nitty-gritty. People ask, why do employers employ from specific universities more than others, regardless of the degree that the candidate has got? And one of my main things I thought was reputation. Now, London South Bank is 126 years old, so we've built a reputation over a long period of years, and every year the reputation gets bigger. And then we prepare our students for the work life. So people don't come to just get a degree and get a first. They're also literally prepared for the work life. For instance, our journalism school has a real life simulation of something similar to the Sky Room. So when the students are in there, they're doing live broadcasts, they feel like they are in a working environment rather than at college. And that way, it's a very easy transition to do. Our aftercare provision is quite good as well. So students have access to the university facilities up until a year after they graduate. And after that, they have the opportunity to join the alumni. We've got people coming back for things like printing or any and everything, using the library. And we have a 24-hour open library. And people have that to come back to rather than some universities where you graduate, bye-bye, see you in 10 years' time, if we do. There are innovative ways of teaching. For instance, we've recently recruited PwC as our change partner. We have a full 3 months initiation program where everybody was involved in looking at how that's going to look like. And one of those things was a complete digital transformation of LSBU. Being 126 years old, we obviously had the traditional way of teaching. And from now, we've got things like lecture capture, digital learning, which keeps up to speed with the generation that we're now in. We also have, companies also need to know that the candidate will take up a job on offer, because there are people that offer the job and will not take it, so that's important to know. And our extracurricular activities definitely give the students the edge and make them competitive in the employable market. The people development strategy at LSBU. So once again, students are prepared for a successful career from the get-go. We're given opportunities to shine at every opportunity. Like, for instance, students get involved in literally any and everything that happens on campus and around campus. Well, student voice is a very big thing. We are in the top 10 unions with regards to elections, and our elections are really, really, really highly competitive. So it felt really good to win in an election which had such engagement. We have a fully working agreement with attractive benefits, and we have a trusted development program internally. We also have external companies bring their employees to be trained at LSBU. Some of our strategies have been work-based learning. Every course has an embedded work placement for a student to take part in what they're doing. And when they don't, they also have other programs like summer abroad, semester abroad, a summer in China, and we have several companies that come and look for specific South Bank graduates for their roles. Coaching is really, really popular at LSBU, so all our courses have coaching embedded. We don't only get coached, we're also trained how to coach, so I'm a fully trained coach. Our staff also get coaching. And we also do outreach work with schools around Lambeth and Southwark. We have peer mediation that is being introduced as we speak, where it's our solution to alternative dispute resolution, and that goes towards maintaining good relationships around campus. We also encourage volunteering and remove barriers to progression. We have a huge alumni base, and our alumni are really happy to give back at every opportunity they can. For instance, we have an alumni dinner that happens annually, and we have hundreds of people attend that, no expenses spared. So when our alumni move on, they still look back. These are our stats from our alumni engagement, and this is in the last year alone. There is a real sense of community in LSBU, and that's one of our unique selling points. So we've had students feedback who have come for a semester abroad, and they've said that this is literally the first place they've felt at home from day one, and they keep writing to us to ensure that they keep in touch and encourage others to come and take part. Well, our product design and engineering students have made wonders. They built something like this, and there's so many more things to be proud of. We also have the biggest bakery school in the country, and our bakery students took part in making the Queen's Golden Jubilee cake. So some of your takeaways for today are: protect your reputation. It takes years to build and moments to lose. Be the organization that employees are proud to call work and say, oh, I work for this company. Keep your workers close, but your former workers even closer, because these are your ambassadors, so to speak, out there when they leave your organization. And it's always important to invest in developing your people. Think of their next journey rather than their now. And do not be afraid to lose them once you've developed them. So give them those opportunities to train and develop themselves and that promotion they've been working towards, so that they can be successful either with or without you. But what they say about you goes a long way to other companies. I'm really sorry for the little technical difficulties we've been having with this. I hope you've enjoyed the session. Thank you for coming.